So, good afternoon, everyone. Due to technical issues, I am not able to share my PPT, which I have prepared for you people. Okay, మీకోసం ప్రిపేర్ చేసినటువంటి PPT కోస్ట్ లేకపోవడం వల్ల షేర్ చేయలేకపోతున్నాను. ఓకే, ప్రీవియస్ క్లాసెస్లో మనం డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నాం ఏంటి అంటే బిఎస్సి సెకండ్ ఇయర్ సెమిస్టర్ థర్డ్ పేపర్. ఓకే, బిఎస్సి సెకండ్ ఇయర్ సెమిస్టర్ 3. ఓకేనా, సెమిస్టర్ 3 మనము జియాలజీలో ఇగ్నియస్ పెట్రాలజీ డిస్కస్ చేసాము ఓవరాల్గా. ఓకేనా, అసలు ఏమేమి ఉంది సిలబస్ అనేది మనం జియాలజీ ఇగ్నియస్ పెట్రాలజీలో ఏమేమి సిలబస్ కవర్ అయింది అనేది సిలబస్ చేసాం. అందులో భాగంగానే మీకు ఉన్నటువంటి బ్లాక్ 1 నుంచి బ్లాక్ 4 వరకు 12 యూనిట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. 12 యూనిట్స్లో కూడా వీ హ్యావ్ కంప్లీటెడ్ అప్ టు 3 యూనిట్స్. ఓకేనా, 4 blocks plus in 4 blocks having 12 units. Okay, each block having 3 units, and previously we have covered up to 3 unit. Okay, and fourth, fifth, sixth also I am going to complete today. Okay, in previous classes we have covered unit 1 to 3, that is petrology, introduction to the petrology, classification of rocks, and origin and type of magmas, and unit 3 is composition and constitution of magmas. Okay, constitutions of magmas. Okay, magma యొక్క కెమికల్ కాంపోజిషన్ ఏంటి అనేది కూడా మనం డిస్కస్ చేసినాం. అంటే ఏంది పెట్రాలజీ అంటే ఏంది, దాని క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ బ్రాడ్గా వాట్ ఆర్ ద క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ ది మేజర్ రాక్ టైప్స్. ఓకేనా, major rock types are we can call as major rock groups. Okay, then origin and type of magmas. Okay, and composition of the magma, ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనం previous classes లో we have discussed, and today we are going to discuss about the properties of igneous rocks. Properties like what are the forms of the igneous rocks, what are the structures of the igneous rocks, what are the textures of the igneous rocks, what are the microstructures of the igneous rocks అనేది we are going to discuss unit 4 to 6 in block 2 in your BSc. Okay, semester second year semester third geology igneous petrology లో. ఓకే, సో ఒక్కసారి మళ్ళీ కూడా రీకలెక్ట్, ఒక్కసారి మళ్ళీ మీకు కూడా ఓవరాల్ కొద్దిగా నేను చేయడానికి ట్రై చేస్తాను మీకు. ఓకేనా, ఇక్కడ ఏం జరుగుతుందంటే 1 minute ప్లీజ్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఏం జరుగుతుంది అంటే సో చాప్టర్స్ బ్లాక్ 1లో ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి, ఇంట్రడక్షన్ టు ద పెట్రాలజీ క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ ది రాక్స్, ఆరిజిన్ అండ్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ మ్యాగ్మాస్, కాంపోజిషన్ అండ్ కాన్స్టిట్యూయెంట్స్ ఆఫ్ ది మ్యాగ్మాస్, ఇవన్నీ డిస్కస్ చేసినామని చెప్పిన. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద పెట్రాలజీ అంటే ఇస్ ద స్టడీ ఆఫ్ రాక్స్ అని చెప్పిన, అంటే రాక్స్ ఆర్ ద కంపోజ్డ్ ఆఫ్ ది మినరల్స్. ఓకే, టైప్ ఆఫ్ రాక్స్ ఏముంటాయి, అకార్డింగ్ టు ద mode of origin rocks are categorized into 3 groups. Okay, majorly 3 groups, that is igneous or primary rocks, or sedimentary rocks, or secondary rocks. The third one is metamorphic rocks. Okay, next what is the rock cycle అనేది కూడా I have explained the rock cycle also, how primary rocks or igneous rocks are formed, then what about sedimentation and weathering process, and what are the next secondary rocks which are formed from the weathering process or sedimentation process of the sediments which are which are converted into the small particles or sediments. Then these sediments are settled, and these sediments, due to the compact cementation, they have converted in the sedimentary rocks, that is secondary rocks. Then these secondary rocks or sedimentary rocks or primary rocks or igneous rocks, when these rocks are come to the contact to the high pressure and high temperature or magma, then these are recrystallized as a metamorphic rocks. So when magma is crystallized, it will form or it will create the igneous rocks. Okay, it will form the igneous rocks. Okay, this is due to the crystallization process. But where these sedimentary or igneous rocks, due to the high pressure and temperature, recrystallization will be there. So due to the recrystallization, metamorphic rocks will be formed, whether it is sedimentary or igneous, but due to the recrystallization of the those existing rocks, these rocks are converted into the metamorphic rocks due to the high pressure and temperature. So primary is the magma, then secondary primary is the magma, then igneous rocks. In igneous rocks, intrusives are there, extrusives are there. Then these igneous rocks, due to the weathering process, transportation will be there, deposition will be there, means weathering, transportation, deposition will be there. This the after the deposition of sediments, due to the again due to the compact cementation, sedimentary rocks will be formed. Then these sedimentary rocks or igneous rocks, whatever, when they come to the contact or due to the high pressure, okay, under the high pressure and high temperature, again these rocks are recrystallized as a metamorphic rocks. Okay, these entire cycle is the rock, called as rock cycle. What is the rock cycle? You may get the important question in your upcoming exams. Okay, then I have discussed about the what are the common existing igneous rocks in your daily life. When you are going to the college, when you are going to the job, when you are traveling somewhere, you what are the rocks types you will identify in the road cuttings or roadsides. Okay, for example, in our Hyderabad, I told you that in our Hyderabad, Buddha statue is a famous one. This Buddha statues is a granitic rock. Okay, then that is for primary or igneous rocks example in our daily life. Then in sedimentary rocks, flooring material or slab materials. Nowadays we are using flooring material. Okay, this is limestones or okay sandstones like that. We'll use as a flooring material. Okay, these flooring materials are sedimentary rocks. And nowadays we are using marble also, that is metamorphic. Okay, then and I have given another example in your previous PPT. Today, I am not able to share the PPT. Okay. So I have requested the host to give me the co-host. Okay. So forget about this. And our famous Taj Mahal is a made up of marble. Marble is a metamorphic rock. Okay. So I have given that example. So from Buddha statue, igneous rocks, you should remember. And flooring material and all, you should remember secondary rocks or sedimentary rocks. And in famous our Taj Mahal, you say, okay, one of the wonder of the world, you should remember marble or metamorphic rock. Okay. Then I have given example like Deccan drop, Maharashtra, and okay, these are lava. Okay, lava rocks or lava structures. Okay, then I have given the type of magmas based on SiO2, silicon dioxide percentage, or the combination of these percentages. Okay, the magma divided into three major groups or three major types, that is basaltic, andesitic, and rhyolitic. Okay, in basaltic, SiO2 basaltic may be 50% or okay, and in andesitic 60%. Silicon dioxide, silica, okay, SiO2, and rhyolitic type, you may get 70% of SiO2. These SiO2, based on these SiO2 percent only, we have divided into three major type of magmas. Okay. Okay, sorry for inconvenience. Okay. And so we have divided magma into three major types. That is basaltic, andesitic, and rhyolitic. Okay. Then we have discussed earlier. So previous classes I am going to. Okay, previous classes we are discussing. Okay, what I have told, what I have given in the previous classes. Okay, I have shared PPT also, but this is not able to share now today. Okay, I'm not able to share screen today because of cost permissions. Okay, and previously we have discussed about composition and constituents of magmas. Constituents of magmas. So what is the composition of magma? Magma is the main source. Okay, main source for all type of rocks. అంతే కదా మ్యాగ్మా అనేది అన్ని రాక్ టైప్స్ కూడా అది మెయిన్ సోర్స్ అయినప్పుడు దెన్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద కాంపోజిషన్ ఆఫ్ మ్యాగ్మా ఏమై ఉండొచ్చు ఇన్ని రకరకాల రాక్స్ ఏర్పడడానికి గల కారణం ఏంది ఏమైనా వేరియేషన్ ఉందా లేదనేది వీ షుడ్ నో సో దానికోసమే వి హ్యావ్ డిస్కస్డ్ అబౌట్ ది కాంపోజిషన్ ఆఫ్ ది మ్యాగ్మా అందులో ఏముంది వి హ్యావ్ డిస్కస్డ్ వాట్ వి హ్యావ్ డిస్కస్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ 46.6. Okay, oxygen is there in magma. Then silicon, okay, silicon 27.7 percentage Si and 8.1 percentage of aluminum, 5 percentage iron, 3.6 is calcium, sodium 2.8, potassium 2.6, magnesium 2.1. Like most, about 40% is only oxygen and remaining 60% is okay silicon aluminum and remaining calcium sodium potassium magnesium and all okay iron. So this is the composition of the magma is the main source for all type of rocks. Then today we are going to discuss in our class. Today we are going to discuss about black two properties of igneous rocks. It includes the unit 4 to 5. Unit 1 is forms of igneous rocks. Unit 5 is structure of igneous rocks. And unit 6 is textures and microstructures of the igneous rocks. These three units we are going to discuss in this today's class. Okay, black 2 in our BSc second year semester third Geology Igneous Petrology class. Now, when we discuss about the forms of igneous rocks, two type of forms are there in our igneous rocks. Okay, in our igneous rocks. In our igneous, okay. One is extrusive igneous rocks. Second major one is extrusive intrusive rocks. Second one is intrusive igneous rocks. In extrusive igneous rocks formed when magma or lava. When it is in interior of the surface, this fluid or this rock fluid called as magma. When it is reaches to the surface of the earth called as lava. So these igneous forms are divided into extrusive and intrusive. In extrusive formed when magma or lava erupts onto the surface and solidifies quickly, and characterized by fine grain and glassy texture. Because of rapid cooling, fine grains will be there and glassy structure may be there. Okay, and for example, these rocks are Deccan Plateau lava flows or Deccan traps, which are located in the Maharashtra region, okay, or basaltic terrain. When we discuss about the intrusive igneous rocks, these intrusive igneous rocks are formed when magma cools and solidifies below the surface. Coarser grain, this indicates these coarse grain size with typical structures visible on exposure, and example granite as batholiths, okay, are granite sheet rocks. So when magma having the sufficient time to the solidify, the coarse grain or well developed crystals will be present in the rocks. Okay, and these crystals are structures visible on the exposures, visible on the rocks or visible on the formations. Okay, these well developed crystals and minerals, whatever, it is visible on the exposure. Okay, and these are the two major types of the forms of igneous rocks. And when we going to in detail the forms of extrusive and intrusive rocks, extrusive rock structures are lava flows and pyroclastics. Lava flows like results from fissure eruptions or volcanic eruptions, and pyroclastics are fragments such as volcanic blocks, lapilli, or volcanic dust or volcanic ash. And when we discuss about the intrusive rock structures, concordant intrusions or discordant intrusions formed parallel to the existing rock layers, uh, like sills and laccoliths. Okay, or discordant. Okay, concordant or discordance. Okay, na? Concordant and discordance are these shills and dikes. Okay, or laccoliths. So, for example, shills are parallel to the subsurface or surface. Okay, and dikes are the discordant or concordant, concordant, or these are continuous subsurface intrusive bodies. Okay, and sometimes vertical or gently inclined. These rock intrusives are existed in the subsurface or surface of the earth. Okay. Example, shields and dikes and volcanic neck. Okay, these are the different type of the extrusive or intrusive forms of igneous rocks. And lapolitsu, lapolitsu, batholitsu. Okay, pacoliths. These are the different type of structures of the intrusive rocks. And vascular structure, block structure, or ropey structure, amygdaloidal structure. These are the extrusive rocks structures. Okay. Though we have discussed intrusive rock structures and extrusive rock structures. Intrusives are lapoliths, laccoliths, batholiths, pacoliths, or dikes or shields. Okay. These are the intrusive. Whereas extrusive, vesicular structure, ropey structure or lopi lava structure, block structure, or amygdaloidal structure. These are the extrusive or volcanic activity or volcanic rocks forms. Okay, structures. And pillow structures and flow structures, columnar structures, Okay, these are the structures of extrusive or lava structures. Okay, and textures of the igneous rocks is the major. These structures are divided into three. Okay, so igneous structures divided into three types major. Okay, halocrystalline, holohyaline, and macrocrystalline, and grain size aneric and apanetic. Okay, so halocrystalline, full crystalline, found in most intrusive rocks. Holohyaline, fully glassy, formed by rapid cooling. Okay, and microcrystals are merocrystalline, combination of crystals and glass material. Whereas in grain size, paneric or apanetic. Paneric is a crystals visible to the naked eye, and apanetic is the crystals not visible without any microscope. These are the main type of structures of igneous rocks based on grain size and crystal size. Okay, and microstructures and summary of igneous forms or structures, whatever. The common microstructures, reaction rims, mermakite, xenolith structures. These are the main type of structures visible in the find in the igneous forms. Okay, structures and structures. The reaction rims zones are around early minerals, and myrmekite, quartz and plagioclase intergrowth structure. Okay, or intergrowth structure of the igneous rocks. And reaction rims are the reaction zones which are formed around the earlier minerals. And xenolith structure is the foreign rock fragments within magma. Origin rock form fragments within magma. And these are the different type of structures and of the structures and intergrowth microstructures of the igneous rocks. Okay, and igneous rocks form through the cooling of magma, and their structure depend on the cooling rate and magma composition. So main source is magma composition and its cooling nature, whether it cools rapidly or slowly. Based on this condition only, crystal structure and the size of the grain size of the crystals will be depend. Okay, these cooling of magma and its composition indicating the different type of rock types and their mineral composition. Understanding structures helps classify and identify the igneous rocks based on mineral composition, grain size, and formation processes. So, understanding of the igneous rocks structures and all helps they classify or divide or identify igneous rocks based on their minerals. Okay, grain size and formation procedures. Okay. So today we have discussed properties of igneous rocks. So and in here in this block we have discussed forms of igneous rocks, structures of igneous rocks, textures and microstructures of igneous rocks. In forms of igneous rocks, we have discussed extrusive igneous rocks forms and intrusive igneous rock forms. In extrusive igneous rock forms, formed when magma or lava, called as lava, erupts onto the surface and solidifies quickly or rapidly, and characterized by fine grain and glassy structure. These igneous rock extrusive forms are characterized by fine grain and glassy textures. For example, Deccan Plateau lava flows or basaltic lava flows or these Maharashtra region lava flows are extrusive igneous rocks. These are characterized by fine grain and glassy structures, whereas the intrusive igneous rocks forms are characterized by grain size, typical structure visible on exposure, and solidification of magma. Okay, rapid or sufficient time for cooling of magma or solidification of magma. These intrusive rocks are formed when magma cools and solidifies below the surface, and coarser grain size it indicates or it characterized by coarser grain size with a typical structure visible on exposure. For example, granite or batholiths. Okay, and forms of extrusive and intrusive rocks are, for example, in extrusive rock structures, lava flows, pyroclastics. Okay, lava flows are results from fissure eruption or volcanic eruptions, whereas pyroclastics are fragments such as volcanic blacks, lapillus, and volcanic dust or volcanic ash. These are the extrusive rock structures, extrusive igneous rock structures. And whereas intrusive rock structures, concordant or discordant, shills, dikes, laccoliths, okay now. These are the intrusive rock structures. And so shills, volcanic neck, dikes, okay, and laccoliths, batholiths, pacholiths, lapoliths. We should able to identify and we should able to write with particular keywords. Okay, and whereas in extrusive volcanic forms, vesicular structures, ropey lava structures, block lava structures, okay, amygdaloidal structures, again this pillow lava structures, flow structures, and columnar structures, and mural jointing, sheet jointing. These are all extrusive igneous rocks forms or structures. And what about structures of the igneous rocks? So till now we have discussed about structures or different type of forms of igneous rocks. And now we'll discuss about the structures of igneous rocks. Textures majorly divided into halocrystalline, hallohaline, merocrystalline. Okay. In halocrystalline, fully crystalline or fully developed crystals found in the most of intrusive rocks, not extrusive rocks. Because in intrusive rocks or intrusive nature only, sufficient time will be there for solidification of magma. Whereas in extrusive, because of rapid cooling, Small crystals or glassy nature structures are found in the extrusive rocks. And peneric and apenitic grain size, different type of grain size also will identify in the igneous rocks forms. For example, peneric is a crystals visible to the naked eye. When it is not visible with the naked eye, the crystals are called as apenitic microstructure. Okay, apenitic. When it is peneric, these crystals are visible by the naked eye. Next, and microstructures and summary, we'll discuss about the common microstructures like reaction ring, Myrmekite structures, xenolith structures. Okay, reaction rings are the zones around the early minerals. Zones formed around the early minerals, whereas Myrmekite structure, quartz and plagioclase intergrowth structure. When quartz and plagioclase minerals are intergrowth, the structure called as a Myrmekite. Okay. And whereas xenolith structure, rock fragments with magma. Okay. So these are the different type of structures and structures of the igneous rocks. Okay. And different type of igneous rock formations or forms of the igneous rocks. And overall, igneous rocks form through the cooling of magma, and their structure depend on the cooling rate and magma composition. And understanding structures helps classify and identify igneous rocks based on mineral composition, grain size, and formation processes. So today we have discussed about the characteristics of the different type of igneous rocks. And previously we have discussed about the introduction to the petrology, classification, origin and type of magmas, and composition of magma. Okay, thank you. Bye.